I've always wanted to recreate a VFX from Travis Scott's music video, and luckily I found one interesting to do. Well, the one I can do for now. Yeah, this is not Travis Scott doing this effect directly himself, but it's one of our own, the one and only Mr. Money. Yes, I'm talking about this Glass-Shattering effect from Asake's active music video featuring Travis Scott. That is what we are doing today, so let's go. Travis Scott is known for always having different sick VFX in his videos. Either he's being featured or he's featuring someone, there is surely going to be VFX in it. And a great example of that is this Asake's active music video where Asake featured Travis Scott. So in the video there are different VFX in it, but in this video we are only going to be looking at this Glass-Shattering effect from that video. So in the video you will see Asake hitting the windscreen of a car and the glass shatter towards him and all around him. So that is the VFX we are making. So if you actually didn't skip your physics class or you paid attention to your physics teacher, you will know that if you hit a glass like that, it's not going to shatter all around you. The glass is not just going to stay up like that. So this is definitely VFX. So gravity, we make sure it comes down. So this is definitely VFX. That is why we are focusing on this today. Let's note that this is not a new VFX. Many directors have used this effect over the years. Even director Pink used something like that in Nasboy's music video. Yeah, the accident scene. So it's a variant of the time freeze VFX. So any effect that freezes like that is a variant of that time freeze VFX. It falls under that category. If you've seen my video on time freeze, you will have an idea on how to make this video already. There are some similarities the way you make them, but of course there are some differences. To recreate this effect, I'm going to continue from where I stopped with the mirror clone effect. So if you don't know the video I'm talking about the last video on my channel where I explained how to have your duplicates in the mirror. So you can check the video out later to understand where we are coming from. Now we need two shots to achieve this VFX. First is the shot of your subject hitting a glass or a mirror. Shoot your actor breaking a glass or a mirror or a windscreen, whatever it is, or if it's an accident scene like the Nasboy's video, just shoot your actor performing the act. Now the second thing we need is the shattered glass. You can have your shattered glass in different ways. You can either model it in Blender, which not everyone can do. So the second option will be to have it as practical VFX. So in this video we are going to go for the practical VFX option. So the practical VFX option will require you to use the glass that you broke. So if you are Dangote or Elon Musk's neighbor, you can decide to break your windscreen, your glass, your mirror, whatever it is you are using. But for me, my dear, I'm not breaking my glass. But I have an idea. What if I call someone and ask him if I can, just break small glass from his car? I mean, yeah, so and they say, "She make I come use your car."
Okay, you want break my glass? Okay. You want break my glass? Okay.
Okay, so since no one will let us break their windscreen, let's work with what we have. I was able to get these broken glasses some of my neighbors disposed, so it's not a mirror, but this normal glass too should work. So I first recorded this glass on a green screen. When I took it to edit, it didn't work perfectly. After keying it out, everything just disappeared. So green screen will not work for this. So I'm going to switch to a black card. While shooting on the black card, make sure the background is as dark as possible, so that way it will be visible when you edit it in post. Another tip that might help you is don't light the subject in a way that the light spills on the background. So ensure that the light is not reflecting too much on the background. Make sure the background is as dark as possible. Now I'm going to hang the glass with our legendary fishing line. So if you don't know the fishing line, you need to check some of my old videos. You will know the gist about the fishing line. Then I'm going to spin it just like this and just let it rotate. So if you see that, you will see it's only rotating in this direction. So in post we are going to rotate it in the z-axis. Record as much broken glass as possible. This will make it more realistic. Then after you are done, let's take it to After Effects. Like I said, I'm going to continue from where I stopped with the mirror clone effect, but the glass shattering part is at the end of this whole thing. It should start from where the stick is the mirror, so I'm going to press B to close the work area from here. Now, since I already have the subject rotoscoped, I don't need to rotoscope it again. What I'm going to do is to pre-compose the layers I don't need for this glass shattering effect. I only need the rotoscope and the shot itself. So those are the two things I'm going to leave. Other things, I'm going to rotoscope them. Let me pre-compose this and call it edits. Next, let's import our glass to the project. I'm only going to work on just one glass so that the video doesn't get too long, but it's the same procedure for the rest of your glasses. I'm going to rename it glass. Then drag it to this icon to make a composition with it. In the composition, I'm going to trim it to the part that I want to use. After trimming it, let's right click and trim to work comp area. Now double click the glass layer and select Roto Brush tool. Paint around the glass. Then move the timeline indicator to the end of the clip to let After Effects complete the rotoscoping. If you are not okay with what After Effects has done, you can always check it frame by frame and adjust your rotoscope. When you are satisfied, freeze it. Now let's bring the glass to the main composition. I'm going to make all the layers 3D. Then I'm going to scale this down a bit and position it where I want it to start from. Now use the position to adjust the Z-axis towards the camera. Next, let's add camera to the composition. Open the camera option and turn on the depth of field. I'm going to adjust the Z-axis again to make the glass almost out of the frame so I can see the depth of field. Now you can see that we are getting some nice depth of field there. You can adjust the settings under the camera option to make sure your depth of field is good. After that, let's animate the glass. Animate the Z-axis to make it come out of the shot just like this. Now do this for the rest of the glasses you have. Like I said, I'm going to work with just one glass for this tutorial, but it's the same process for the rest of your glasses. Now select all the glasses and set the blending mode to add to make it transparent. This is looking good already. Next, after the stick has hit the glass, from there create a solid with the color of the background, or you can shoot a plain shot while shooting. Mask the inside of the mirror like this so that the mirror stops showing. You might now want to add an impact where the stick hits the mirror. When you are done, you should have your glass shattering effect. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I hope you've been able to learn how to make this glass shattering effect. So if you don't know the video I was talking about earlier, the mirror clone effect, it's now time for you to check it out. And while checking it out, make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment, let's know the VFX you want me to recreate next, and I'll be coming up with another educating content just like this. Until next time, remember, it's always okay. Peace out.